Welcome to Leo for Leos. This is a channel featuring intuitive tarot readings for the astrological sign of Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm a Leo as well, so this reading is for both of us. Cross watchers and fellow readers are also welcome. However, I do want to give you guys a heads up that I read the cards as I see them and not always the way that it's traditionally done. Alright, so let's get started. This is the reading for the 2020 predictions. Okay, and this is definitely one of my most anticipated videos. Oop. Leo's 2020. Leo's 2020. I'm a terrible shuffler, but I'm very gentle with the cards because I do not want to wear them out too soon. So bear with me. Leo 2020. Messages for Leos in the year 2020. We're going to lay out one card for each month. I hate shuffling them like this because I know it bends the cards, but oh. Okay. Leo's 2020. Leo's 2020. Leo's 2020. Leo's 2020. Leo's 2020. Okay, so January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Perfect. Those are the cards. Okay. All right. So those are the cards. We're all set. We've pulled all of them. And let's see what they say. Leo's 2020, January. Leo's 2020, January. Oh. Leo's 2020, January. Leo's 2020, January. Oh. so I can understand. Okay, so let's get right into the reading now that we have our spread. Okay, January. You see 2019 as a year where you left something or an ideology and moved into a new phase of your life for something better. In this case, you know, sunshinier skies, a happier day, or whatever it may be. And that is with the Six of Swords here. That's what that is really telling me. You're like saying sayonara to 2019. That was interesting, but we got things to do in 2020, right? It's very much, you're in a feeling of like, yes, we finally got it, made it to 2020. Let's do this. It's a very interesting approach, but definitely going from one place in your life to a new phase, and that phase being much better than the last. There's also an emotion, there's a lot of emotions connected to the previous year and what you plan for 2020. And you really do need to, and this is something I've been talking about. Last year was about really transformation, which this year you're still kind of transitioning, but it's not in the same way. There's small little transitions that happen along the way. But last year it was like the big transformation. By the way, excuse the noise outside. I'm right by a window, so it makes a lot of noise in this new setup that I have. Sorry about that. It could be distracting, but we'll get back to the reading here. So managing your emotions is so important. Be aware of how you feel and how sometimes things can trigger you, and also be mindful of how your emotions appear to other people, especially people you want to follow you, right? You want to be a leader. You can't be overly excited about stuff that's really minutia, right? You can get wrapped up into it yourself. Who cares, what happens behind closed doors? But in front of people, you really need to watch out how people see your emotions. Because flipping out because of something really small is definitely like one of those turn-offs. You're like, hey, I don't know if I can follow this person. They're not really mentally stable, or they don't know how to handle pressure. We need your A game for this. It's going to be awesome. It's not going to be a hard thing for you to do, but it's just one little mindful little thing that Leos need to tweak. Okay? So, yep. And it's just, we're talking more about 2020 in this January period because there's so much reflection on the year and how much you want to change 2020. Okay? I almost said this year as if I was actually there. It's really funny how my brain went to 2020 all of a sudden. Yeah, so it really speaks about the decisions you made. You didn't know what the outcomes were going to be, but it turned out that they were actually kind of leading into this new path that you're on. And strategy is going to be such a big player. For anyone, any of you guys who are watching this in December, I would suggest completely get your notepads out and start writing your strategy for 2020 like ASAP. Because by the time you get to January, you'll be a little further along on your plans. And you'll probably be doing a lot of research, and you'll be trying to find out like what is the best technique to use, right? Even this particular reading is more research for you. This is part of your research. You're like, when should I launch? When should I, what time of year would be great for my launch? Or what time of year would be great to take care of X, Y, and Z. That's what you're trying to figure out now. And in January. So January is a big strategizing month. It's about looking into your future plans, looking into your intention for your future. It's a lot of dreaming, and Leo's dream big. Dream big, okay? Don't hold back on your dreams. Dream big. And then, look, there's a tendency to look at the things you don't have and the way that other people have more things than you, and compare yourself to people. That's going to happen. We're human beings. That's what we do. We compete with each other. It's part of the human nature. Okay? A lot of people say, don't compare yourself to others. You can't help it. You can't help it. That's just like, it's something you can't help. There's certain things that appeal to the human mind, and some comparison is one of them. And looking back and thinking, oh, why did that happen to me? Feeling like you are the only person on planet Earth who have all the troubles that you have, even though pretty much everyone's going through the struggle. It just feels more intense because that's how the human mind works, okay? There's a lot of looking back over the years, looking back over things that have happened in the past. This is all in January. And it's kind of draining, and it's as long as you understand that if there's a lesson to be learned from the past, take it and use it to be better in the future. Not to dwell on what you could have done and should have done, or what another person should have done and how bad they are and how much they wronged you, but more or less like, what are my intentions for my future when I meet people? Who am I looking for? What are some attributes I'm looking for in friends? And what am I looking for in relationships? Like, just kind of get that clear, because the clarity is really what's going to make a big difference this year. And with that, with your plans that you have, there's going to be a feeling of wanting to expand. Whether it's with your business, just getting, becoming global, or, if you have a small business in a town, you want it to be national. You may want to travel, to go to exotic places, maybe go to conferences you've never been to before. That kind of thing. There's a feeling of like, I want to go see things and be out there and do things. And I want people to see me too in all of my regalia, I want people to I don't want to just take care of the stuff by myself all alone. I want to get out there, and I want to explore the world and explore what's out there. And that brings a lot of new passion, a lot of new ideas, a lot of new opportunities that you are recognizing now for the first time. So January is definitely an assessment month. It's a strategizing month, and it's a month to like realize things that you've never discover things that you've never seen before, like even like discovering maybe a possible way of getting a loan or a grant that could help you with your small business, or get more education, things like that. Little things that you discover in January that can be really big for helping you to transform the way you want to transform. So that's part of the things that you'll be researching. Now we're into February. February. You have the wonderful card of the King of Swords. And this is really about your commitment to the plans that you made in January and the plans that you're making in December. Okay? And November. There are certain things that you said that you were going to do, and you want to do them. You want to follow through. And this is the time to follow through with them. Okay? To the people around you, you look good. It's like, okay, there's Leo. Leo looks real good right now. Okay? So beware of people who may come around and may be like, hey, we have an offer for you. Check into the different offers that you get, because a lot of times people are like, they want to take advantage. Not everyone, but sometimes they do. You want to look people up, research their names, make sure that they are who they say they are, that they say that they're running a business, that their business numbers, phone numbers are actually traceable. And just keep that double eye on things, okay? Just keep your eye on what's happening. For you, psychologically, you're incredibly clear-minded. There's so much clarity in your thinking. There's a lot of logic going on, lots of practicality. You're looking at things and saying, okay, that will work. Okay, that's not going to work because it doesn't have X, Y, and Z. A lot of practical thought process going on there. And you're clear about the things that you want. It's a fantastic energy, because having a really great vision and actually knowing how to get to that vision is priceless. And this is, January, you're kind of figuring it out. In February, you're actually applying some of the strategies that you laid in January. You're not launching anything new or anything, because these are not launch times. But you are working on, maybe behind the scenes, maybe like a slight changes to the way things are, right? If you have a template for something, you're changing the template. If you are, just tweaks and things like that are going to really like make an impact later on. We're not looking for intense impact right now. It's about that gradual place to success, and it'll get there too. There's a sense of being your own self, your own independent person, okay? You're definitely in the vibe of feeling independent. You may have people help you, but you are your own person, and you're making decisions based on your own happiness and the outcome of your own success. And this is definitely one of those intense emotional feelings. There's a lot of emotion behind February, lots of emotion, but it's all coming from a great place of independence within yourself. And I love that for Leos. You're not depending on anybody to do anything for you. You can do this yourself. So this is a lot about money. It's just, I mean, I guess that's what I really read for, but I'm sensing that there's a strong, intense, like, I'm tired of playing around. This year we're going to be successful financially. I don't care what I have to do. That attitude. It's serious. It's like not playing around. You're using all of your artistic mastery of your craft. Okay? You're doing something that you absolutely love. You're going for that. Okay? If you haven't yet, for those Leos that haven't gone for the things that they absolutely want to do and love doing, it's time. Start choosing you first, right? Start choosing yourself first and go for those things that you love. Whatever it is that you're doing, even if you're working for someone else, you're going to be also noticed for this. There's a lot of competition around you, a lot of people who are doing the same thing that you're doing. But I hardly think that they have the same drive for it as you do. And Leos have a way of being special no matter what they're doing. You're also very careful with the money, okay? If you're making deals, you're definitely, like, if you're negotiating money with someone, you're definitely like, okay, how much is Leo going to have? You're definitely into what the percentages are going to be for you. You want to put that in the bank. You want to invest it back into your own ideas. Okay, so yeah, you're investing things back into your own business. Then there's you're making really great decisions. You're understanding what decisions are working with you, and you're understanding what decisions are actually beneficial to you. You're learning and you're mastering at the same time. All right, so the month of March. Okay, March. So for March, we have the Knight of Swords. And just charging in to whatever it is that you want to do. Is this launch time? Is this a great time to launch something? You can launch. It's not going to hurt you if you launched something. There are actually some other better months for launches, but this is a great time to just dive into the strategy stuff even more. I know it's like 3 months of strategizing and working, but you got to put in the sweat, and maybe March should be the month that you put in the sweat, okay? It'll be emotionally satisfying because this is something you love doing, okay? That emotionally satisfying feeling that you get when you're doing something that you love doing, that makes sense to you psychologically, works with your body, it just feels right. That's the emotional happiness that I'm talking about. That it feels right. If it doesn't, Leos, again, start working your way to this, okay? Even if it's, you start off small as a hobby to a side hustle, whatever, start working your way towards this, because there's nothing like working on something that really fulfills you internally, knowing that it's satisfying, knowing that you're good at it too, okay? So there's There might be an announcement of some sort, and some sort of event that happens that is like national, something that gets out there that's so you may be reaching a larger audience. You may be expanding slowly but surely, and this is good. This is if you're in a small business or have an internet business, this is great for you. You may have like a small little internet event that happens that really gets a lot of traction. And it could be the end of a cycle of how you make money. Like this could be the month. If you've been, let's say you have been working at a job and haven't really gotten paid, this could be the end of the cycle of not getting paid and finally getting paid, right? You could be getting your first check in March. It's like the end of an old cycle of being paid in one way, transferring to some other way of making money. And it's really kind of cool. It's something that's welcomed. There's a lot of celebration going on. And there's a lot of assessing, like, what are the numbers? What are the numbers? And then we have the idea of a possible offer coming in. An offer coming in from someone about an opportunity, a financial opportunity. Something about this opportunity doesn't seem right, though. In March, there's something it's not fulfilling your needs. And you may have to look the other way. There's something about it that will make you feel trapped and make you feel like you're burdened, like there's a burden attached to it, and there may be a lot of negative energies to it that once you get involved with this, you will not be able to do other things. It's like signing a contract with the devil, and that is not what you want. You want flow, you want ease, and you want to do the things that you love doing. If you do encounter something like that in March, pass. Or any other month, pass. Okay? And put your nose to the grindstone and work harder on the things that you're working on now. Okay? Don't worry about these offers always come up when you start to look good. That's when the vultures come in and see if you're alive or not. So be careful, be wary of people coming up to you talking about, I got a deal for you. So be aware of that. Look into it. Now, if it's a great deal and it works for you and you go ahead and jump for it. But as I said before, if it doesn't suit you, it doesn't feel good to you, there's something inside of you that says, gosh, this is going to really suck up like 5 years of my life, or this is really going to be like 5 months of pure hell. And just think of it. Like, is it going to be worth, they're going to trick you, though. They're going to trick you into thinking that it's worth it. No. Race forward into the work that you're currently doing right now. You're on the right path. You don't need someone to take you off your path. Okay, and that's what that is right there. Now let's go into April. Okay, so waiting for your ships to come in. the Seven of Pentacle. I know it's like that feeling, okay, I left that other opportunity. Okay, so when am I going to get the right opportunity come along? There's a bit of impatientness there. There's impatience. Um, but I feel as if the best thing that will happen for April is really tapping into the internal strength that you have. You have a lot of things that you want to do that you're getting antsy. You're getting antsy. Like, I want to do this. I want to do that. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I want my dreams to come true. I'm dreaming about this. I'm dreaming about that. When is it going to happen? But there's something interesting that might happen in April. And it is kind of like a way of giving back to the community that you're a part of. Being inspiring to other people. People will be able to see your potential, okay? And not only that, it could make you feel good, okay? It could actually make you feel renewed by doing something selfless. Like taking a break from, not taking a break from working, but actually like easing up your attitude about working and hustling and really connecting with people. Maybe even sharing a story. And that can, again, renew your spirit, give you energy, and it leads to a victory, actually. A really interesting unfolding of events there for April. There's also, like, again, self-realization. And it's like a beautiful little transformation that happens in April. And it stems from sharing with others and giving to others. Give someone something, even if it's an idea, a story, a little hope, a little inspiration. Could go a long way for you internally. It could change. It could also, be good for your wallet too, because maybe someone sees you and decides, hey, I want to see what Leo is doing, and I want to see. I'm going to tell my 2 friends about what Leos are doing, so they can support Leo too. That could change a lot of things. We're going to go into May. May is here. And well, we got the Page of Pentacles. So this is definitely a new venture of prosperity. Something happens. It's like, oh, okay, well, now you're working on level A, now you're on level B. This is like a bump up, a new opportunity, a promotion, whether it's in your business. You may be like, now instead of just being on a small platform, you've grown to a bigger platform. Now instead of having 100 subscribers, you have 1,000 subscribers, right? Something like that. It's like a growth spurt that happens, okay? On your job, your boss is like, okay, we are going to put into effect your promotion immediately. It's just a jump, and it's based on all the hard work you've been doing for the last 4 months, and also the charity work that you've been doing in April. That act of kindness, that act of sharing is going to have people see you in a different light. There's a lot of activity around this new promotion or this new way of making money. It's very, very busy. Lots of calls, emails, lots of activities, events, people wanting to connect with you, lots of money. You're on the path. It's a golden path, okay, that you're on, and you're getting there. And that's May. May looks really good for Leos. Okay. It's a great time though if you wanted to launch something. May would be awesome to launch. Keep in mind that really April is the key month of transformation. It's where things turn around in April. What you do in April really turns things around. Okay, so now we have June. June is here. So let's see June. This could be just speaking about a harmony that you have in your life. Working with others and, you know, playing nice with others, and also like maybe even a work-life balance that you may have. Your relationships are doing well, it says here. If you're in a relationship with someone, you know, this could be one of those months where it's like you're kind of in the groove with each other, and it really feels good to be a part of the team. To have a partner like you have. For those of you who are not single. If you're single, this could just mean like a harmony in the workplace. It could also mean you could be meeting somebody, or maybe you've met them already, but something happens in June that really like brings you guys closer together. Whatever it is, it's about things being and feeling right. Feeling like this is how it's supposed to be. There's something about June that feels very serene and very groovy, right? It just feels right. Leos know that in the time of good, you've got to always try to manifest, because that is when the energies are really perfect for manifesting bigger things. So Leos, they have their eyes on that prize. They want more. They want more, okay? It's nice to be content. It's nice to be content. The future always changes, and so it's always nice to manifest like more of the stuff that you want. And one of the best ways to manifest things that you want is by simply being grateful for what you have. June. In June, you really want to focus on organizing yourself. If you notice, organization is really key here. Keeping things in order, making sure that things are right, dotting your I's and crossing your T's, that kind of thing. It's really like assessing, but going over what you already have, because that and making sure that things are organized in their compartments where they belong. It's that discipline that is needed in order to manifest the things that you want for the future. You can't have like a cluttered place, and you can't have like a whole bunch of junk, because the universe won't recognize that you have space for something wonderful. So you got to get rid of the old stuff, keep the new, do like a little purge or whatever. There's no need to be like too brutal about it, but enough that you can find the things that you need when you need them as easy as possible. Now, let's go to July. July, July, July. The King of Pentacles. Leos are in charge. They're large and in charge, okay? That is amazing. July is the warmer months. That's, sunshine. Leos love the sun. That really plays into this. It's really an aggressive time that you feel like you need to go after business. And we have to meet these numbers. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it could be a little bit much for some people, but if you've put the right people around you, they're into it as well. The right people around you they're okay with it. But just there's this thing about, crying over spilt milk and being petty and things like that. You want to avoid that kind of garbage. At least try to do it like in private. I always say do it in private. Nobody has to get hurt, right? Because sometimes this could lead to miscommunication when you like vent to people that aren't ready for the things that you're venting. They may have a different idea of who you are than what you really are. They may not see the King of Pentacles when you're like being petty. They may see like the Five of Pentacles. So remember, nobody is going to follow someone who is emotionally unstable, who doesn't seem like they know how to handle pressure. So just remember that. And you know what? Like the spilled milk is all, that's going to be in your mind. That's going to be there. That's going to be there. However, focusing on it for too long can impede you from the success you actually want. Okay? So the attitude to really adopt is more of a carefree, like, oh, that happened. Oh, that's interesting. What's next? That kind of like, that is, don't take things so seriously, okay? Because a lot of times, a lot of the things that get us upset and angry, they are. And right now, the timing is starting to fall into place for you in a beautiful way. You want to be mindful of the dark side. Know it's there. Know it's there. Know that, okay, if I'm feeling like I'm crying over spilled milk, list 5 things that I'm grateful for right now. Okay? Something like that. Gratitude will change your perception on everything. I know I'd say that a lot, but it's true. It will change your perception on everything. And it will reframe your point of view on almost anything if you think about the things that you are truly, truly grateful for. And the more you practice gratitude, the more you find more things to be grateful for. It's really weird. It's really weird. So next is August. August. It's going to be Leo season, right? We end out July with Leo season, and then full swing in August. There's a lot of harmony for you. You're feeling so good. You're feeling so good. You're feeling sexy. You're feeling just incredible. Incredible. You've got a lot of energy, a lot of hot, fiery passion and energy just beaming out of you. People are attracted to that too. If you are working on a project, you're going to be very, very, very creative. This is like the hottest creative month you've got is in August. It's going to be like you're going to be inspired to do so much. And you're choosing to be happy. You're choosing to be happy. Right? This is something you need for yourself. This has something to do, this is something you want for yourself. You want to be happy. And you're giving yourself happy. You're allowing yourself to be happy. Let's just put it that way. You're allowing yourself to be happy in August. In September, you're going to want to build more social foundations. You're going to want to go out there and meet people that you're intuitively drawn towards. Definitely use discretion. So you got to pick up the signs. It may be a little, people may think that you're judgmental, but some certain signs can help guard you from hanging out with the wrong people. And at this point in September, there's just this intense fire. Like, I want to meet people. You know, what's a good place? I'm just thinking there's conferences that happen in September. Great places to meet people that are linked up to the same mindset. So find conferences or cons that are big social events where you can actually mix and mingle with people. That could be really incredible for you. I mean, myself personally, I'm thinking about a few conventions that I would love to go to that take place in September. You've been roughed up a bit in the relationship front as far as like friendships, and it's hard to trust people, but you're not devastated by it. I mean, you still have room in your heart to love. And I think you're going to be thinking about it a little bit too, right? So when you're out there meeting people, try to be as authentic as possible. If you reel it in a little bit, spend some time alone. And you're going to find, like, socialize, spend time alone. Socialize, spend time alone. If you balance the social with the alone time in September, you're going to find that you're going to get incredible inspiration, incredible ideas come to life. Like, just by talking to someone, going home, reviewing what you talked about, and kind of writing notes. Like, hey, these were great ideas I need to jump on, Even emails, like, hey, what do you think of this idea? Or just sharing, you could get really incredible ideas from, socializing with people if you're doing it in a way that's balanced with being alone. So you can get, like, special downloads and epiphanies and breakthroughs. And being with people, it's more like there's more of a sharing thing happening, but when you're alone, you get to kind of go through the index of all of your thoughts, and that's when you get epiphanies. Now we're off to October. Woo, woo, woo. October. All right, so October. October is a very interesting month because technically, astrologically, it should be really calm times for Leos. Yeah, this is about the past. This is about, like, in the past you took your losses. You took what you could carry and you escaped. You couldn't get everything, but you escaped. Okay? And you felt like other people weren't looking out for you. They were looking out for themselves. Okay? So you had to look out for yourself and make some choices and made some decisions that was based on, what you thought was right for you. Okay? you're a little defensive about it. Like, I had to do that. I had to leave. I had to do this because I didn't have a choice. And you're healing. And October is going to be a great month for that kind of healing. There isn't a whole lot going on. So this healing is going to be so awesome for you. It is. Because it's building up into this incredible feeling of being the nurturer of the universe, of your world. You are the one who people go to for advice, and the one people go to for help, and that has become invaluable to you emotionally and financially. Like, it's all tied together, but this healing that you're doing in October is leading up to a greater sense of that. And it's going to take a lot of strength for you to kind of go into the deeper waters of your own psychological process. I mean, I think the October is going to be one of those rare moments for Leos to actually do that. I mean, if you have a therapist or someone, a really close friend who you can talk to, therapists are a little bit better because they can actually give you some real insights to it. Friends are great, unless your friend, if your friend's like a therapist, maybe that would be great. But maybe somebody who you can talk to help you through some of the healing process. Maybe even read a book about the healing process. Things like that. They can be very helpful. Again, it's a very strong attribute to go to seek healing, and it's sort of like gonna make Leos very, very happy to do this. Very internally happy. This internally eternal emotional satisfaction, and it's just going to be a wonderful feeling for Leos to finally feel like they have healed some of the wounds that they've incurred over the years. Okay? So let's move on to November. November, okay. So we have Judgment, and that is a renewal, okay? An awakening moment of like, I'm living in a brand new time and a brand new world in a brand new way. And it all takes place in October. Okay, so let's look at this. April and October are adjacent to each other. And so April was a very transformative month of you giving to others. And October is the most transformative month as far as giving you internal peace and happiness. Some actual healing. Actual healing. Okay? And so November is revealing that. That's like, okay, after you've healed, what is now possible? Everything, anything that you can imagine, because you've opened up your soul. Now you're like, your wings are spread out. You're ready to fly. You're ready. It's this sense of readiness that's happening. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful time for you. And that is going to reflect in everything. an old way of living, an old way of thinking is gone. It's gone. Bye-bye. The new way of thinking, the new way of living is here. It's going to feel great for Leos. Okay? There's also, unfortunately, some people are going to, just be like, hey, that's not for me. Leo, this new thing that Leo's on, that's not for me. I'm going to say bye. And happily you will say, great, you can go because I know I have the opportunity is out there for me to meet more people that are suited to my personality, things I like, the things I'm dreaming about. There's going to be more opportunity to meet new people. That's never going to end. Okay, that's never going to end. And these people who are not ready for what you've got going on, they can just hit the road. I mean, that's exactly what's happening there. And you're really committing to this. And it's also, you're also diving deeper into a more spiritual presence in your life. You're like, if you're, whatever denomination you are, you're really gonna be toting it a lot more. You're gonna be like diving deeper into it. Your faith is gonna be incredible. It gives me like, just thinking about this is like giving me like really amazing feelings right now. And then we have this incredible growth financially. Just the incredible like financial growth that November has to bring for you. Now, also remember that when you are diving deeper into your religious beliefs, that you actually, practice more mindfulness, that there are people out there who do not believe in the same things you believe. So, but just for yourself, for your internal happiness, when the doors are closed or when you have an opportunity to connect with your spiritual place, that's what November is for diving deeper into your spiritual place. So then December, let's make it a December to remember. Dad jokes, gotta love them. I love dad jokes, they're the best. All right, so we've got the Queen of Cups, and she is about emotional mastery and grace. It's like the Princess Di of the deck, very, very graceful. And she's beautiful. So there may be an emphasis on the physical looks in December, or the physical body. There may be attention to detail, to even decorations and how your house looks, things like that. The aesthetics are really going to be a big deal in December. Your attitude in December is going to really be about being a really incredible businessman or woman. And you're looking back on the previous year versus 2020, how far you've come along, and it's just gonna blow your mind how far you've been, and you feel good about it. Okay, you feel good about it. You may be a little bit romantic about the whole idea. There may even be an announcement of a project or an event that happens in December, or something that you might announce for 2021. And that means that and you'll be juggling a lot. You'll be juggling a lot of things. So yes, Leos, you're juggling you're gonna be juggling a lot at the end of December 2020. Lots of things going on that you're trying to manage, that aren't always going to feel comfortable, but it is a time of celebration. And then there's an introspection that happens, a time where you go into yourself, where you kind of cut yourself off from the rest of the world, and you start like thinking, meditating, assessing, praying, manifesting. Like, you are gonna be in this internal space. It may be for like a few days, maybe for a week, but you need that time off, or the time away from everyone, to really come to this really amazing place of like gratitude and happiness. It is this kind of balance between really, really busy times and alone time. That's the key issue for Leos in 2020, is managing the very, very, very busy times, along with making sure that you have personal time for yourself, for personal self-care, for, assisting some of the healing that the universe is trying to provide for you, by taking yourself out of the element of go, 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 and meet people, handshakes, and make deals, and then go into this place of really like assessing everything, doing a personal assessment. It's not like a business assessment. This is like personal growth assessment as well. Okay, so December, you'll begin the steps to the stepping into something new. There's going to be a lot of excitement about 2021. There's going to be a lot of excitement about what's ahead, a lot of excitement about what your future holds, and you're ready for what is going to lie ahead. If you think about, next year is really going to be a lot better and easier for Leos. And it will still have the transformation effect, but it will not be as severe. The only thing, and the only hitch in the ride, really, or the only glitch in the system, is just managing emotions. You may hear me talk about that almost all year round, because that's the key to success for Leos, is managing emotions. And I know a lot of times, a lot of my readings are just they really focus in on money and career. And that is probably, once you get your money and career together, it's so easy for the rest of the stuff to fall in line. Take care of your money and your career. I know everybody wants to know about their exes, if they're going to come back, or if they're going to find love. Once you get your stuff together, then the love is going to just fall right in there. Okay? It's going to make sense. But it's hard to be with somebody while you're growing unless they have the same dream as you do, right? If they have the same desires as you do for, your final outcome of how you want your life to look like, and what you want to do for a living, and what's your lifestyle going to be like. That's what I'm really focusing on for my Leo people, because I know that's the most powerful way to have a happy life, is for you to take care of yourself first, and then again, as I said before, everything else is going to fall into place. You'll be around like-minded people, so then you can meet like-minded friends. You can meet like-minded partners. It's very interesting because I have been told that some of the readings that I do for money and career, the ones that I do here, really kind of help. They're actually surprisingly helpful for other facets of life, like romance, and just mental health. Mental health. That's so important. That's so important. So Leos, that is it for my reading. I really hope that this helps you for 2020 and that you receive the messages that I am offering you today. Yes, and thank you so very much for watching, supporting, and subscribing. If you haven't, please consider doing so for Leo monthly readings. And be sure to hit the bell icon to be the first to know when my next video gets posted. Many blessings to my awesome Leos. And remember, this channel is for you and for you alone.